Bro, I have tight on my shoulder. I have tightness here. Is it okay?
What happened?
Can you massage here?
Massage you?
I don't know, I have a tightness here. What should I do?
I don't know. Just
It's so uncomfortable.
rotate your shoulders.
A little bit. Touch it.
Is there?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not licensed. Okay.
What?
I'm not licensed with shoes.
I know it. I want to just little squeeze it.
Oh, right there?
Yeah.
Well, I got arthritis. I got injured.
Bro, really?
I mean,
Bro, I massaged you last week. It was 1 hour.
no, you did not.
Jesus, man.
I
Here.
have masseuse, man. You know, I'll give you a number. Just call my friend Elmer Massage. I got Sue Massage. I got Carrie Massage.
Really? Bro, right now I have a pain.
I'm not good at massages.
Good. Let me do it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Generation Iron Podcast. Thank you for joining us. Your hosts, Victor Martinez, Esan Farahi, Vlad Yudin, and Edwin Mejia. Welcome. Now, today's topic is bodybuilding and BO, which, again, can go with any other sport. But since we focus on bodybuilding, here we are talking about it. And have you gone through any issues of body odor? I mean, what I've gone through usually is doing 2 workouts back to back. Other than that, I mean, I've seen some guys, though, that walk around with a mushroom of bad BO. I think one guy used to keep his one favorite shirt in the gym, in the locker room, with no vents, and he will always use the same shirt for 1 week straight because that was his favorite shirt, and you couldn't tell him otherwise. Because
Damn, every single day he wore it the whole time?
every day,
Stinky.
same shirt, Monday through Friday, all the time. And I think he wore it so much, and the stink was so bad that it just became part of the shirt. Wow. Yeah.
The shirt blended into his skin, literally.
Blended in, and it's one of those things that do the drugs give bad BO?
That's what I heard.
It could change your pH balance in men. So I have seen this. I mean, I've seen this a lot of times. At one point I used to work in a mental hospital, and I used to give these guys so
Wait a
much-
second. You worked in a mental hospital?
Yeah, I worked in a mental hospital.
As a what?
Yeah, I was
As a doctor?
I had a case file. I was in school. I was studying human services.
You worked in a mental hospital in Dykeman?
No, in the mental hospital in Ward's Island, right under the Tri-Borough Bridge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ward's
Oh,
Island.
I know where that is.
Yeah.
Those buildings right there.
Those buildings right
The ones
there.
that are mysterious buildings that nobody knows
Yes.
what they are. Like
The whole topic just shifted. Now we gotta hear about this. It's a whole
that's
episode.
like, so this is
I
the
think you're holding the people over there, no?
this is the building that's like right on Randall's Island or something.
Yes.
Yes.
The first one, Randall's Island, it's one of them. I think that's what firefighters do the training. They also have concerts there.
Yeah.
The first part of it. And they even have a baseball/soccer field. But the other part of the island, which is Ward's Island, hence the name, that's where they have the homeless shelter.
He does anything.
Yeah, the first hospital is in and outpatient. The middle hospital is inpatient. The last one was for the criminally insane.
And that's where you work?
You didn't scare when you was there?
Listen, man, I don't think I'm scared of crazy people. I'm scared of normal people. Crazy, at least they come crazy. If they are, you have to keep them in check, But normal people, you sleep on
You're
them.
not ready. Yeah, you're not ready.
Sleep on them, and
Well,
then
in
they
New York,
sneak up with
yeah.
some.
In New York, you gotta be very, very careful with crazy people. in the
Well,
train.
that's the thing.
Oh, man.
You know, in New York, you get on the subway. I used to ride subways with them and take them over to their, therapist.
You did?
And, yeah, and they used me because the people said, Victor, we're gonna use you because they respect you, and they're more like they were scared of me
Yeah, that's what I'm
because
saying.
I didn't say
They weren't
much.
crazy around you, right? They were normal,
Yeah.
right?
Well, they used to ask them, "Oh, can you take this? Can
Right.
you do this?" And I used to just tell them, "Take this, do this," and they did it. So they put me in a position of
Win-win.
taking them. Yeah, but I remember I used to give them medication all day. Depakote, Paxil, you name it.
What are those, like suppressants?
Yeah, psychotropic drugs. And listen, people, there's no cure for mental illness.
Damn.
Do you had any trouble, drama over there?
I mean, with me, no, they're all pretty cool with me.
So where you going with this? So they
But
develop
I
smell?
used to give them a lot of this medication, and they always had, this odor that came out of their pores. It couldn't really help it. I mean, but what made it worse, it wasn't just, the medication, it's most medication, that chemical smell. It comes out of the pores, and that's where I'm kind of connecting it to the bodybuilders because these people would take all this medication, and the only thing that made it worse was not only are you taking all this medication, but on top of it, you're not showering. And it created a
That's
cluster of nasty. I mean, BO is not that bad.
It's when
you
you
gotta
add the
give it a
chemical.
whole new name to it, some chemical freaking
Mutation.
chemical reaction to it, But that's the thing I think that happens with a lot of the bodybuilders or many guys who tend to mix too many drugs and not really bathe in between workouts because, again, it is coming out your pores. It is in your system. Eventually, I think the biggest one, people talk about the, here we go back to this trend. We'll talk about trend and taking it and the trend, freaking cough and the trend this, but trend is like so strong. You can actually smell it also.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's so strong. So yes, it is an issue. You can avoid it by obviously showering more or kind of, pacing, when you do take the medication. That's all you can do. There's nothing much.
Well, from trend, how to prevent the trend smell? You know what I
I
mean?
mean, it's English.
can't, right?
It's just a dirty drug. A dirty drug is gonna come out everywhere.
Dirty
It's
trend.
just you can't really, you're gonna smell Trentacious. This is. It's gonna be,
That sounds like a cologne, Trentacious.
And that's actually a lot of questions.
That's a good name.
Yeah, that's the questions that we always get is like, what are these body odors? Are there effects from PEDs? I mean, and also we get the fact that PEDs could cause outbreaks, right?
yes, the outbreaks is probably.
acne outbreaks, all that
Yes.
stuff. So what is your opinion on that too?
And again, it goes back to the person's pH balance. The hormones in the person's system. One guy could be taking 10 times more stuff, nothing will happen. You could take just one shot, and that could just change your whole world. The next thing you know, you break out, pimples all over. And the worst thing you can do is, okay, now you are taking, tests, whatever, you have the pimples. Now you want to take something to combat the pimples. Now you're creating a whole other problem.
The medication for
Yeah, because now you're taking medication. And then I think back then, I think in the steroid book, Dan Duchesne wrote, I think on the list that he had used to be Accutane. But then
I've heard of that drug. It's very dangerous.
it's very dangerous. You're clear of the pimple, but you might blow your head off from depression.
Can you talk? Yeah, there's some medication. There's actually been lawsuits against Accutane. I read about it.
Yep.
People committed suicides. The drug, right, developed
Yeah.
suicidal thoughts. Right? Remember those commercials like, if you get suicidal thoughts,
Mentally fuck you
taken.
up. The mentally fuck you up.
That's
to suicide.
specifically Accutane.
Well, it got you
Wow.
depressed, and depression leads to
That's crazy.
Suicidal thoughts. So it was a depression. I mean, again, if you're already suicidal, I mean, you want to go through with it, just take Accutane.
But it's a real thing. You heard those commercials, right? Like about medications. They say if you develop suicidal thoughts, stop taking the
There's a lot of medication. That's why I say if you're taking one thing and then you're taking another drug to, kind of fix this problem, you're creating another problem. So
Vic, can steroids develop suicidal thoughts?
it has happened with some guys.
Steroids make you they go you to depression. End of the cycle.
Oh, and when you stop.
Yeah, definitely you go to the depression. Definitely.
Yes.
Especially when your cycle is down. No matter what, who are you?
Especially when you
Your
crash.
youngest or someone else.
Yeah, when you crash.
Yeah, you crash.
So what do you do
bad.
when you're depressed, suicidal? What do you do in those situations?
I mean, weed.
Weed.
Mountain.
Watch TV.
I mean, look at the
Smoke
Dorian
weed.
Yates, what he's doing, He's all the time high and yoga, enjoying the life. You have to make your mind a different direction. Steroids make you so much strong power, pumpness, When you don't have that feeling, you feel like you lost something.
Right.
And then automatically I'm weak, I'm not that big, I cannot lift that weight, I cannot do that.
Especially if you define with just, how big you are and you feel good. People telling you look great, and then you stop for whatever reason, you get sick and anything, you're small, and now, people saying, oh, are you okay? And that can lead to that.
Everyone asks you, are you okay? What happened? Are you okay?
Yeah, again, so if you define with this, then you're always going to have a problem. You're always going to have an issue. So that's why I tell anyone, listen, if you're not competing, you're not looking at, you're not mentally strong, don't put yourself in that position. It's easily avoidable. But, it was one guy in the gym the other day asked me, hey, so everybody's on TRT, huh? Just aggressively. And I'm like, who said that, So, no, it's just, I know a lot of guys on TRT. I'm like, obviously, he wasn't in good shape. You could tell he was young.
Is that the question that you always get? Like, for instance, what is the biggest question you get on, in the public? Hey, Vic, what should I take? How
much testosterone should I take?
Usually how much you bench, and I say, not more than you. And that's, it's just how much you bench. Depends who asks me, though. I have a different answer for everyone.
That's like the corny question from the guy at the gym that's trying to be like a bro, right?
Well, I know.
He's like, hey, how much you bench? Like,
I know, it's kind of like...
Say more than you, basically, and then walk away.
I mean, I do more than that, but it's one of these answers that you don't want to be caught up and just take time out of yourself to actually answer. Oh, I bench this much. Dude, leave me alone. When you ask that question, you already lost me. I'm gone.
You lost me.
You lost me. I'm not even here. As a matter of fact, I'm physically here, but I'm not mentally here.
You lost me at bench.
Actually, he left. My soul has gone. Only my body is here right now. So just let me go, man. Let me go.
well, I guess it's different, right? If it comes from a female that's attractive.
Well, a female asks you how much you bench. I say you and a couple of your friends.
So what you tell the guy that asked you if everybody's on TRT? How did you end that conversation?
I told him, no. Where you got this from? I was like, well, everywhere I look, I see TRT. I'm like, well,
where did you look?
You get caught on the advertising then. Because, no, but I should go on TRT. I was like, well, it depends. How old are you? And then you look like you should be on a diet, not TRT. I told them, It's true.
It is true, actually. Right? Start with the diet and then progress.
No.
The hardest part of this sport is the diet.
Definitely.
I mean, bodybuilding in the kitchen. Gym is fun.
That's like the hardest thing in the world.
Gym is fun.
I mean, the hardest thing is obviously eating well and healthy.
Yes.
Consistently
eating
that's very
clean
hard.
Discipline.
food.
It's very hard.
That's another thing. Smelling. We're talking about BO. That's another thing. You are what you eat. And a lot of people eat bad food.
Yes.
Listen,
They eat too much bad food, and if you're eating a bucket of onions, you're going to smell like that too. But I want to debunk the whole thing that bodybuilders stink because of steroids. It's really, most people stink because of what they eat. And that is way bigger than bodybuilders stinking because of steroid. And come on, guys, just think about it. When I was in FIBO, some guys want to put their arms around me, and once they put their arm, it was like, whoa.
That reminds me when Vlad and I went to a club, and this is in London.
Oh man, that was bad.
We walk in, and the ratio of women to men in there is like 5-1. I'm not even lying to you. There's like 5-1. For every guy in there was 5 women in there, and we walk in, they're like, oh, this is pretty cool.
Bro.
The minute we walk into like the middle section of that club, man, it was body odor central.
BO, like not food BO, like regular, just BO.
And then-
No
and then-
deodorant.
And there was
BO,
barely
you know
any
what I'm
men in there. And this
saying?
is
Women.
in London.
I think they don't use the
Have
deodorant.
have you given
But
deodorant
also-
to someone in the gym?
No, but
Hey,
in
hey,
FIBO,
bro,
I wanted
you
to
can
put,
use this.
I wanted to buy deodorant, and I wanted to write protein deodorant on it, so they could start rubbing it on. Like, yeah, it works.
They don't use deodorant, right? In many countries, like in
Some-
Europe.
Well, you got to
No,
remember,
I'm not using. No.
the people don't use deodorant because you go back to the whole thing of aphrodisiac. People actually get turned on
Yeah.
By BO.
by BO.
Interesting.
Like a
Yeah.
woman's
By the
BO is a man's pickup. you
Right.
know.
That's
Right.
fucking crazy. By the way, it's crazy, bro. But isn't it true that deodorant is actually bad for you because it's lead?
so
There's
that-
lead in
Like
Yes.
aluminum.
aluminum. Yeah.
So that's a good point. I mean, I went through a phase, and I still do sometimes where I don't use deodorant that have all these like specific ingredients and like these parabens. It's certain things that that are in there, and these organic deodorants.
You use that
and
one.
these organic deodorants are great.
Don't work.
but
They
they
don't
don't work for a
They
long
wear out.
time.
They wear out.
They
yeah,
wear
yeah.
out. I would have to like carry it with me in the bag and put it on at least 2-3 times a day.
Yeah.
So, but they say that you don't have those like ingredients in them. It's not-
Aluminum, yeah.
Yeah, that
It's
bad
aluminum
for
in
you.
it.
What do you
Yeah,
do?
it's
What
bad.
do you do if you saw someone in the gym stink? Everywhere you go, there's smells. What do
You would walk away from
what- You can't in the gym.
They
Everywhere
follow
you
you.
go,
They should have a policy for that. We discussed that in one of our.
Well, we used to do the stinky dance, kinda like goom, goom, goom.
Do you know this trend is completely off the? I guess it has to do with BO. Some women don't shave their armpits. It's like a trend.
It's
Have
not
you seen
the
that?
trend. It has to go with a fetish. A lot of it is a fetish. People don't forget to put deodorant. They think, and most men and women think that this is the way they're going to attract the other person.
I think Vlad is referring to somewhere in
Yes,
Well,
and that's
Williamsburg, Brooklyn.
and
somewhere.
again that kind
Yes.
of odor.
Williamsburg, Brooklyn.
Yeah, but
It's like a trend. They don't shave their
It's
armpits.
a trend. But
What about we talked about the acne and the hygiene, right? What about like teeth and gums?
Yes.
The steroids. Have you heard like people mess up their like gums and teeth from steroids?
yeah.
Not the steroids, protein
Training.
and amino.
Maybe
The what?
While
Destroy
training.
orals, not orals either.
Yeah,
don't
while
affect it?
training, a lot of the grinding.
Yeah.
Oh, like that.
training.
No, I'm talking about from actual like from substance that you take.
No, it doesn't weaken enamel, nothing like that. No,
No?
unless you're smoking crack and working out. Then that's too it's
I
different.
hear- I
unless you're
hear-
doing crystal and working out. You
Crack will mess up your teeth, yeah.
do it eats up the enamel, man. Losing all your fronts.
I hear the shake protein.
What protein?
The protein makes the teeth.
Well, if you drink the protein and you just go straight to bed, most things that you kind of let linger, while you go to bed affects you. So, yeah, so many things. If you just, even if you, eat fish, you put lemon on it, the lemon, messes up your teeth.
Yeah.
Really?
Acidity.
Yes.
Yeah. I heard that before.
Lemon in
the
your
lemon.
teeth.
Like
Yes,
if you eat too
yes.
much lemon, it like
Yes.
yeah.
Wow.
I heard that.
But there's so many things that affect the body. It causes so many chemical imbalances. As far as food, everybody in this world, not one person. Even if you eat whale meat, I'm sure you're gonna smell like it.
Like a whale.
But
know.
healthy tooth is very important for bodybuilder because you have to eat 6 times a day.
Yeah.
If you don't have a good tooth, you cannot chew. And exactly, you have a problem for a stomach.
Or you could do chicken.
digest.
You could do chicken shakes too.
Chicken shakes. Oh my god. Have you had that, Vic?
No, I was never into the blending my food. It's never
So,
into it.
so many
rough.
people. blame
I've
it.
seen
I don't
Dexter.
like it.
I've seen Dexter do it actually. I don't know if that does it now, but I've seen him do it. He would put the chicken rice and something else.
We also
Arashaba.
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that. Arashaba.
We also worked with
Sometimes.
the Vanilla Gorilla in Strength Wars.
Yeah,
Movie
yeah.
Strength Wars, and this guy,
That's all he would eat.
he's amazing. This guy's in the
can't-
middle
I
of like
can't,
Wyoming.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. He almost. I'm not gonna ruin the movie, but he's got this
Seven
guy would
chicken.
take 7
7 a day.
a day, and in
He
his
shake
training,
everything.
in his training for strength.
That's what he
wars,
did.
It was
I mean, I'll do it. I mean, if you just kind of, just put a hole in your stomach, you open it, and you pour it in. It's different, But I don't want to drink it. I don't want to drink chicken. I wouldn't want to do that.
It looks
No,
it looks
how about
disgusting.
pizza?
I'm not gonna lie.
Drink pizza.
Ew, no, that's
Oh
it's
man, that's even worse, bro.
Pizza.
You blend the pizza in
Blend
a.
the pizza.
no.
like NDO says, blend it up.
I barely like
Blend it
a
up.
blended. I mean, even a protein shake has to be blended right. If you blend it for more than 15 seconds, I don't even want to drink it.
Yeah.
You don't want it too much blend.
No, I don't even want it too much blend. Like it's just weird. I don't like anything too creamy.
You drink your protein one shot or sip.
It depends who made it. Depends who made it. Yeah. So I had a free protein the other day, and I was like, no wonder this is free, man.
Where at the gym?
Oh my!
At the gym?
Bad?
It was horrible.
Protein has come a long way. Back in the day, you would have a
Come
protein.
a long way, but I tell you what, there's no best tasting protein than the Weeder original protein. The thing had like 20 grams of sugar.
Oh, well, that's
20
why.
That's too much.
But it was one of the best tasting protein, I think.
Was it better than Yoo-hoo?
It's right there, hand in hand, man. You just have more sugar in it.
Yoo-hoo is a staple in a lot of the schools. Victor would drink it every day.
Or you who here likes quick or you who? That's battle of the
Oh,
chocolates.
I forgot about Quick.
I'm
yeah.
on team quick.
Team Quick.
I was team quick all the way.
Yeah, I was quick for a little while, but the you who got me.
What's Yoo-hoo exactly?
You
You is
Yoo-hoo.
sugar. Sugar.
What is it? Is it like chocolate milk?
Chocolate milk with
low
lot
fat
of sugar.
chocolate milk. Low
Cho-
fat.
Low fat chocolate.
Yeah, they
chocolate
just left the part. They just left the part out where they have 50 grams of sugar in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Damn. The sugar got you. The sugar definitely.
Isn't it crazy how much sugar was consumed back in the even 90s, right?
How much sugar is consumed now?
Even
Yeah,
today,
that's
yeah.
true.
There's
But
more
there's-
awareness
but people
now.
are more
it's
aware.
worse.
Oh, man.
But the kids, I mean,
You got more donuts being made more than ever. More donuts, more cookies, more candy, more than ever.
Now
heart disease is a big
Sugar,
thing,
if you're
big
gonna get
problem
into
with
business, go into the sugar business.
it. Yeah.
it's addictive, yeah.
Yeah, sell sugar bricks. Do better and it's legal.
Better than cocaine.
Yeah, sugar bricks all day.
And it's legal.
Tons, sell them by the tons.
No, but I'm saying nobody in the 90s talked about sugar, really, right? I don't remember like.
Well, I think
They
that's
didn't
why a lot of
talk
people
about
had
it because it was just happening. And the people didn't talk about it because they knew if they spoke about it, a lot of these big companies that were pushing the sugar will lose out.
Like Kellogg's.
All
Yeah,
of
and I-
them.
and I bet they had
all of them. They'll
Yeah.
lose out. It's like, listen,
Yeah,
keep it
yeah,
under
yeah.
wraps, you know.
Yeah, and I
It's
bet
kind of like cigarettes and cancer.
right, and I bet they had a lot of lobbyists as well, and in DC and all that.
Always,
They would push
man.
these things, and obviously not want to talk about them.
Right.
Side
You know,
effects.
General Mills was up there in
Right.
Congress, man. It's like, oh, it's
What's
talk
healthy in
sugar.
your opinion, regular soda or diet soda? Because I hear diet soda also might not be good for you.
Diet
Some
soda.
kind of chemicals in. Diet soda is better for you than
At
rather
least
than
you not eat sugar.
right.
Yeah.
There's something
At
else.
least you
There's
not
something
eat sugar.
else in the diet.
Well,
But
the
you know,
you have
but
aspartame
you know,
and all that stuff.
sometimes I see the people go to the restaurant, they order anything they want, and say Diet Coke. Say, come on, man.
But you
It's-
know what? To defend those people, I used to be I used to be one of those people that made fun of those people. But I like the Diet Cokes. with
I like
no
Diet Coke
sugar.
test.
I just like the taste. You're
Yeah.
right, and that's
Yeah,
what
I like
that's
the
why
taste.
people
Taste
like
is
Diet
good.
Cokes.
Taste of the Diet Coke is good. I can never finish a regular Coke though.
Yeah, the
Even
thing
though
is,
I was a
too
kid.
much.
after
I
you
never
drink a
finish it.
regular soda, you have
Too much.
it's so sugary, and you feel thirsty.
Exactly.
I think it was the sugar, and then again, it just left you cotton mouth. If you're running, I used to run a lot, so it was always.
Wait, so you guys like the
They kill
the
your
diet?
appetite. They kill your
Yeah,
appetite
yeah,
too.
yeah.
cannot
You like the
eat
taste of
after that.
diet? You like the taste of Diet Coke versus the regular Coke?
Diet Coke, yes.
You like the taste better?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
most people hate the taste. Not
No,
most.
he
but
likes to.
No,
like
I
it
like
too.
the taste too because I feel like it gives you that I don't know if it's the acidity in it, but it's like you know what I mean. Like it's like
The
that.
taste of the fake sugar, I like that taste. I don't like the real sugar taste.
Yeah, Coke Zero. Coke
Yeah,
Zero
Coke
is
Zero.
that's my favorite.
Is Coke Zero different from Diet Coke?
It's less sweet.
Less sweet.
When you talk about sponsorship here, sponsorship.
Yeah,
Coke.
yeah, still.
Coke.
You see us? No, but
Never
for me,
mind.
it's diet.
for you it's
because-
diet.
Yeah, because
One of the reason I like the Red Corn One energy drink because it's not too much sweet.
No sugar at all, actually, right?
And no sugar, but the sweetness, it's not that too much, you know.
Yeah.
Some of them energy drinks,
Yeah,
too much.
These are really good. I mean, we're running through boxes on these things. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, they're really good for people who want to try them. We recommend them not because they are official and they're here, but they're really good. They have many
Good
flavors.
taste.
Got to be the original brand. I hate when they say, you know, we don't have Diet Coke, but we do have Diet Pepsi. No. It's not the same. Like, don't try to push this on me, man. So it's got to be original. Anything.
Do you know
original.
Pepsi used to hire these people that would go to restaurants and they would ask for Pepsi, and if the waiter would bring them Coke, they can actually sue the establishments.
Look at that.
It's crazy.
Is this
I've heard
now
that.
or when it first started in the Coke wars?
They were at war.
Pepsi
Yeah, they were.
war,
Yeah. They were like, no, you got to. If I ask for Pepsi, you got to bring me Pepsi. If you bring me Coke, I can sue you.
Who does better, anyways? I think Coke does.
Coke probably. Yeah.
Coke,
okay,
yeah, it's hard to be.
Pepsi is huge. I mean, they're both huge.
Pepsi
Both is
is
the same company.
Well, they said Coke had Coke in the beginning.
They did. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
I know. That's why Coke is doing better. That's you know, they got everybody hooked. Freaking, you know. Suck it, the cup. Diet too. Diet. I do for diet.
What was that? Is a Diet Coke good for pre-workout? Using it as a like anything? No.
That's not-
The
that's
gas.
not enough. I don't think it's enough.
It's gonna kill your whole workout.
You know what the worst is though? I think if you drink like a Diet Coke on a plane, because have you experienced this? You ever ordered a Diet Coke or a soda on a plane, and then you're at high altitudes, you feel very gassy,
Yeah.
and it happens a lot.
Because you're
sitting down.
You sit down, you're not moving.
Oof.
So that's a
No, I drink mostly water on a flight, so no.
Yeah,
no
I order
experience on the
order
Coke.
vodka.
Vodka's better on a plane.
Vodka is the better.
Yeah, it's the best on
You're
the
with
plane.
me.
Yeah.
You could drink it, you feel good on the flight, but then you land, you feel like you just been on a plane for
You
like
have to
12
drink again.
hours. You're like,
Immediately,
You gotta keep-
land-
you gotta keep
3
drinking.
hours.
Immediately,
Gotta keep drinking.
when you land, immediately you have to take one shot again. Shot.
Yeah.
I drink
And
based
another
on
one.
time zone. man.
Another one.
Another one.
Yeah, I
And then when you go hotel or home, you have to do continue.
Before we wrap today, anything else you want to tell us about this mental hospital job?
No, just I mean, a lot of crazy things happened there. I mean, it was
Literally.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
no pun
I'm
intended.
kidding. I'm kidding.
but,
I don't want to make fun of
a lot of people
the.
don't know that about you though. Like you work in
No,
a hospital.
that's why I see all
What's the
these
crazy
things.
thing you saw over there?
Well, man, craziest things. Can they sue me? You know, is FAG still
I
in
don't think
business?
so,
I think
no.
FAGs went out of business. I used to work for FAGs.
For what?
Yeah, Federation Employment and Guidance Services.
They said something completely different.
Yeah.
It's a D there. I thought
No,
they
yeah,
said something
no
else.
FAGs.
Okay,
Yeah, but it was a good company. I mean, they had the right intention. They were like mid-point for people leaving the mental hospitals to kind of, basically regroup them into going back into normal life and getting jobs.
That's good.
And getting
That's
own
positive.
apartments. Yeah, it was good, but it's just like
It's
I
tough.
said before, it is so tough to fix the brain, rewire the brain, because a person who suffers, any mental illness, any mental stress brought on through either genetically, drugs, situations, it's kind of hard to wire that brain right back.
It's crazy how in this podcast we found out that you worked as a bouncer at the
I took any job, man. For me, it was like, you got a
He
job, I'll
does
take
anything.
it.
fireman.
No, that was I was aspiring to be, but Ronnie St. Cloud got that one, That's why, I was like, wow, Ronnie, you got the job I always wanted. And you also have one of the guys in Kuwait in Oxygen, I think Askar. Askar is a fireman. Yeah. Askar.
In Kuwait?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Askar. Abdullah too, I think is a fireman.
Yeah.
Well, these guys were
Yeah,
rolling.
right?
I mean,
Yeah,
when we did
Oscar is fine.
when we did Generation 9 2, everybody would roll up to the gym in Ferraris and like Range Rovers.
You know?
And then they go do the fireman job afterwards.
I don't think we're working the fireman anymore because training make money.
You got a
more.
Ferrari.
Oh, but I don't know. For me, it was just to do something. I felt like when I worked out, or whatever amount of times I did, I always felt like, man, I got to do something else. So
Ahmed Ashkanani is a teacher, sport teacher in the school,
there you
middle
go.
school.
Really?
See?
Yeah. Ahmed Ashkanani.
I want to be a teacher in Kuwait.
Sport teacher. Yeah.
Get a Ferrari immediately.
Driving around Ferrari.
He's not making money for his school.
Well, the
how does he
Kuwaiti's
make-
money is
how does he
worth
have a-
more. Kuwaiti money is worth
Yeah.
more, you know.
That is true.
So if you're getting over here, you're a firefighter, you're getting paid 50,000. Over there, you're getting probably a couple of 100,000.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
That,
big
and they
difference.
have respect for those people a lot. Teacher, fireworks,
Right.
cops, and all of those under government. So when you work for those things, basically, you get so much offers for everything.
All right, guys, thank you for joining us this week's podcast. To next week, if you want to see any of our prior podcasts, please check out iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcast streaming.